Okay. All right, so we have moved to start at about 30 seconds. And then you can see how long the set is. Oh, all these songs are about 20 minutes. So I'll probably, oh yeah, obviously From Foundation's a long song. We won't do all of that. Try to get around 17 minutes with everything, including the spiritual connection. So Raise a Hallelujah, I'll have to cut that. So we got about 3 minutes left. Maybe, yeah, three minutes-ish for spiritual connection. Okay, so spiritual connection is going to come between these two songs. So what I want to do is highlight this song. I'm going to move it way out of the way so I have space between. Okay, so I've highlighted it all. Command X. So as you can see here, it's disappeared. And if you click up here, as you can see in this part, this is going to get wider and wider because I want to create space. And if you watch this part right here, it's going to get smaller and farther away. Because I just want to make as much space as possible so that the person talking this track doesn't accidentally start without me cueing it to start. Okay, that should be enough. And here's the beginning marker I can play. I can start. Let's start here. All right, and I just want to make sure that it is the beginning of the song has to start so it lines up correctly. Paste. Let's make sure. I'll play it.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
All right, perfect. All right, so now I have all this space, and I just want to make sure that there's no chance that if they start talking long, the track will start before I want it to. So it starts at 26 minutes and 13. Yeah, so they got like 13 minutes to talk. All right. We're going to add a pad in between there as well. But something I will sometimes do just to be sure this doesn't ever become a problem. You can put little dots in the tempo. And we're going to go down to 60 beats per minute. Back over here where it started at 82. And I'm actually going to go to 60 beats so that the time goes even slower. So now it's moving really slow through this open space, right? And let's add the pad. Okay, so this is the key of D. So I will go to Finder, Pads. This is one of my go-tos, but you can look through and hear what you want. Sounds all right. That's what we're doing. All right, and so we want this song to end and the pad to start a little bit after. So I'll come all the way down up to the bottom. Where do I see this song ends? Okay, right before that marker. So I'm going to drag this. Okay, it's loading in right now. Sometimes you can see it load over here, but right now I don't see that. Doesn't matter. Okay, now these little dots here mean that part of this pad is being warped and part of it isn't. You don't want that because it sounds real choppy. You can't tell sometimes when you play it, you can. So we're going to unwarp it. Since it's already in the right key, we don't need to distort the track in any kind of way. It just makes it sound a little smoother. Sometimes you can hear little like bumps where those yellow things are. And even if you undo it and then redo it, now it's going to be a little smoother than it was before. But I don't know why it does that, but it does. So, as you can see, that green line, that's all where the track is going through. So I'm actually going to do it twice because I want a little bit of the pad in the song. So I'm going to highlight it all, Command copy. I don't do Command X because I don't want it to delete. I just want to add to it. And I'll just slide it into it since it's the same volume. Okay, here we have 82. I'm going to get rid of that. There's a good example of why the tempo matters, because when the tempo's off, it distorts. Actually, okay. I'll do one more. Make sure we do the entire song. Good, so it goes all the way through the whole song. That way there's enough at the end of the prayer to continue. All right, zoom out. Okay, so now I have my pad going all the way through all that. We also want a pad in the beginning. Oh, let me get rid of these little locators. Whenever you start a song, open up a song, it's gonna put locators where the chorus is, but since I moved it around, we don't want that. And you would think you can highlight everything so they all drag, but for some reason these locators don't drag. So we're just gonna backspace and delete them all out because we don't need them. You can see up here as they disappear. We just want one that shows where the song is starting. So actually, you can click it and just arrow and it'll slide over. So we're going to start it there. And then we want one at the very beginning of the set where the original pad comes in. So we have this first pad here. This song is going to be in the key of C. So we can go to our pads. Put it at the beginning. Again, you can see it's all warped really awkwardly. You don't want all that. Alright, so it goes into the second song. Okay, I'm not going to do it all here, but I'll copy and paste to edit so that it just finishes this much of it. So there's a light pad going through the whole thing. The last thing I'll do right here is how we're going to edit. We want a mixer on this. There's different things you can do. You can pan it. We're going to use the volume. And let's see. Right here, I'm going to fade it in. Okay, you can hear it's pretty blown through the speaker. Anyways, let's unwarp it. There we go. All right, so that way it just fades in kind of nicely. And I'll adjust this volume and stuff based on what sounds best in the room. This right here, let me show you this right here. This is also relevant. Sometimes, I don't know what this does, but at the end, if you play from the beginning, once it gets to this spot, it will start at the beginning. So that is one thing it does. But I don't want that to happen. So either you can go all the way and get rid of it, or you can slide it all the way out to the end of the however big of a timeline you have. All right, so now I have all my songs loaded in. 1, 2, spiritual connection, 3. I will put a locator in here. And I label it time, so that in case someone's talking and I feel like we're getting close to this, I can just trigger to go back to here just to give them more time. I always want to make sure there's never a chance the track will start before we're ready for it to start. Okay, and then we want a locator here for raise. All right, the cool part is no matter how big or how small you zoom in or zoom out, the locator sign stays the same, so it's easier to find everything. Oh, this is the old one. So there's nothing there now. Right, so let me delete that. Here's a new one. There we go. All right, so now our Sunday set is set. Now that we know that it's saved as March 12th, 2023, I can just save it the normal way. All right, there we go.